Hey everybody, what's up? Good morning. We're going to be taking some rapid challenges here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Shut up. Oh, Mr. Coffee's here. What is up, man? Congratulations, Mr. Coffee, scoring 4 out of 5 in your tournament. Good job. Little improvement in the old king and pawning games. Is necessary, but nobody's perfect, right? I'm happy, you came out with a good score, given that you haven't been playing that many tournaments lately. Gained a few points back, hopefully. I'm guessing you didn't win a prize with 4 out of 5 not enough. Move 11 had a bye and a loss, so he only had 3.5. But he did win his last round. Actually, he won his last 2 games. But he should have been playing weak players with a bad start, so. Anyway, bad news. XL Poker lost 2 winning positions on time in his tournament, so he's basically quitting chess. I don't usually lose winning positions on time. I usually lose slight burst positions on time. That's weird, man. Normally XL Poker is really good with the time, with the increment, man. I'm surprised he lost on time. It's just a matter for him of not playing enough over the board. I didn't think I did. Yeah, no, you probably didn't. Although, there's always a theoretical possibility of a massive tie for first. Probably too many players in your section for that to happen. Alright, let's take some challenges. I'm feeling a little inspired compared to my normal Monday morning, so we're gonna try to make some progress this summer in chess and life. I want to make the streams as instructive as possible. And no, your input is paid top 4. Your input is vital. So if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to mention it. No one really uses the suggestion box. That's cool. By the way, thanks Mr. Slow yesterday. Donating for World Senior Fund up to 194. We didn't have enough players for the simul because Mr. Coffee wasn't here. Asterbait wasn't playing. No, we just we're going up against a lot of random peoples making simuls where it's 5+5. So one strategy I could employ would be to open the simul earlier, maybe a little bit earlier. I don't know if it would make a difference. I feel like they've limited who can create simuls, and I think that unwittingly they may have reduced interest in simuls by doing that. Okay, Repunch Bansal. Did you play Nimzo last time? I'm definitely slow in the morning. Don't like playing in the morning. That's another reason why Mr. Repunch was why do you like the World Senior? It's 1 game a day and it's not in the morning. That's my kind of tournament, man. You got a challenge from Arsenal fan? Guys, everyone is welcome to play. I will take the subscribers first, but I appreciate playing these games as sort of training. So the average is, our average is pretty high. Check, and we transpose to the Rogozin. Did you play the Rogozin before, or is it just my imagination? I think he did. I think we did see that in the past, at least once or twice. Rogozin. Rogozin. It has to be related to the. Sounds like it's related to Prigozhin, but it's just similar. You never play this. You sure you didn't play the Rogozin ever? Rogozin. Prigozhin. Now there's a different name. Anyway. Alright, there was another player named Rogozin. I feel like. Maybe it's a family. They have a chess family. There was a modern grandmaster. I think he disappeared. You never played this? This? They? Their pronouns are this and they. Ripunj specializes in pronouns that are really very non-definitive. Never play this. They, that's what they say. He likes to keep it fluid. You mean by this particular variation? Do you mean this like the Nimzo? Do you mean d4 knight f6? You've played the Nimzo against me last time, so you can't mean the Nimzo. So that means you're either talking about specifically the Rogozin or just d5 in general on move 4. I want to take chess more seriously and get better and keep learning. Okay. Queen e7 has an the appearance of a standard move. The form of an iceberg. Alright guys, so my stream title today is Life's Too Short to Watch Other Chess Streams. But I should change it to crappy, but they would probably like, oh my god, you can't have crappy in the title of your stream. Crappy or crap. Even my like 12-year-old kids can be okay with saying crap or crappy. Whatever. I don't wanna lower the standards of Twitch. Place where teeny weeny bikini streams are popular. But you get what I mean. Life's too short to watch other chess streams that just aren't valuable, you know? They aren't valuable to society. They aren't art. Yeah, you seem to know what you're doing here. I think we see that Sun Tzu quote again, where the act weak when you're strong crap. Everyone's like, I don't know anything about this, but he's playing it pretty logically. I guess there's something weird about putting the bishop on d7 and then playing e5. Minor configuration problem, really. This is my major question. Is that a problem? I know that like takes and f4 is a thing. You feel suffocated. So do I. I mean, it's all like, you know, at the end of the day, I think the thing is, that feeling is oftentimes mutual, you know? It's like you can look at the same position, two different people look at the same position, and it's all about perception. you feel like you're being suffocated, where another player thinks it's perfectly fine, you know. When you're black, you're always going to be a little bit less space, with a little bit less space. Speaking of which, I played the Nimzo as black for the first time in tournament. I like the Nimzo as an intermediate opening, well, or advanced opening. Maybe not for beginners, but I think the Nimzo gives us lots of good chances. It's aggressive without being overextending. Lots of flexibility. I don't know, man. It's just not obvious to me what I'm supposed to do here. If he pushes e4, I feel like I have a problem. I guess I just have a problem. I have no good square for my knight. Like, I'm serious. I don't really want to take on e5. And I don't really want to let him push e4. So we could play the process elimination card here. Bishop d3. Oh, there's a trick. There's a trick, knight g5, g6. I'm just waking up, really. Knight g5, g6. Knight g5, g6, and then what? You know, I haven't even talked about d5 at all, but knight a5, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what to do. I just don't think I'm better here. This is like my game with Kovacevic in the Hungarian team championship, basically. It's just equal. I've got nothing, you know? What the hell was I supposed to do? I love this. Bishop c6. I thought for like 4 minutes on one move, and you just like instantaneously make a move. It's not morning there, to be fair, so he's not just waking up. And I really just, I find this to be an incredibly difficult decision for white. I guess I should have put more thought into d5. Knight g5 was the most interesting move, but I couldn't come up with a good answer for g6, really. I like weakening his king side. Wow. What's your idea? What's your name? I can't believe you're just forking over your bishops. What's our Larry Evans quote, Asterbate? Can we get a Larry Evans quote? The fork. Bishop fork. Fork loads of bishops. That's insane, bro. I mean, I can let you have one of mine. You know, maybe we can make a deal. I'm not sure if I want to go into the burial ground. On the other hand, I do need control of, a bit of control of the position. I'll let you have one. Asterbate earlier, can you repeat that quote you put in earlier from Larry Evans? Something about Cadillacs? Cadillacs and Chevrolets, or I don't know, it was something very 80s. I don't know, we had a Chevrolet and a Cadillac in the 80s, that's all I remember. Wait, is a clear advantage now. Congratulations. Congratulations, you've given your opponent a clear advantage. Here it is. While some are loath to trade a bishop for a knight, some are as loath to trade a bishop for a knight as a Cadillac for a Chevrolet. They're both French explorers, by the way, so just wanted to point that out. Others are prepared to do so without hesitation. Dude, what's with naming all the cars after French explorers anyway? Is it just me, or is that kind of weird? And does Larry Evans have a fetish for cars that are named after French explorers? He definitely buys American. No, Repunj Bansal, you should go check out a Bullet stream somewhere. It's like banging my head on a steel wall. No matter how much I tell him not to play for time, he won't stop. It's like you might as well just like, you know. Thank God I'm not his chess coach, because I would already have like committed suicide. He just doesn't listen. It's crazy, dude. You seem like an intelligent person, but you're just so addicted to playing bullet chess. I don't know. It's like a drug addiction. Oof. Uh-oh. There's a bug. Some kind of mosquito, possibly. This endgame is just like a freaking nightmare for black. Bobby Fischer 1, random dude 0. It's actually very similar to the endgame I had with Shaki. Phew, this is ugly. You might win on time in an increment game. Very likely. Okay, by playing too fast, you can force the opponent to make mistakes. It happens. But we've literally watched black go from completely equal to practically lost in the last number of moves. It may still be a draw. I just want to emphasize the concept of practically lost. Yeah, Shaki remembering. In his case, he was down a pawn, so that helps. To be fair, I wanted to I really wanted to what I'm saying again. What was I saying? Wonder if I could sack my bishop at some point. Albin Kanokas said, knights win games, bishops win championships. Interesting. Oh, you got a check there. That's a nice check you got there. He's got a check as well. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't think I'm winning. Actually gonna draw this. Man, unbelievable. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. He's obviously I didn't want to talk about the end of this ending. How did he manage to get out of that? Wait, how did his knight get back in the game? He found g5. What a surprising move. Oh, he found the perfect move. Oh, did your computer tell you to play that? Nice game. How is this not a win? How is the ending not a win for White? Unbelievable. Mm-hmm. I don't know, my computer just like froze or something. I can't believe like White isn't winning here. I was winning eventually. No, my problem was this. Like, the plan was to take on a5. But I thought after knight c6 he was holding. I just forgot that this isn't a big deal. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't sure I was winning. King f8, bishop takes b5. All the pawns are on one side. I wasn't sure this was 100%. gonna win. Basically, I even almost managed to lose. He's actually, yeah, blundered. He had c4. This is what I expected. Still not winning. But I was winning earlier. Okay, what did I do wrong here? I played f6 check, king e8, and then bishop c4. So apparently I have to stay on this diagonal to prevent c5 with the threat of bishop d5. Doesn't he have like an a5? I would think bishop a2, a5. He's like in Zugzwang. King d4, a b4, whatever, a b4, king f8, e5. So it's basically Zugzwang. This type of position. Alright, well, it was my first game for today. I should have won it. But anyway, good job with defense. Sort of. Hey, well, good job playing fast anyway. You got me enough time for sure that I messed up. That's the plan, right? Don't listen to my advice ever. You know, just do it your own way. Quality chess. I disagree with their philosophy completely. But, you know, that's just me. So I decided to start playing this. This being the Archangels. Because it's active, you know? I hate defending the kind of mainline Roy the Pez with black. It's like talking about suffocation. Just to learn this. Dairy Queen G. Yeah, I just take the challenges in order I get them. With the exception that people who are subscribers to Twitch, I will accept their challenges first. D4 right away. I think that's what I've played. Is there something wrong with my position? Did I do something wrong? I couldn't have done anything wrong. Like, what other move could I make? There's no other option. Bishop e6. Pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn. Queen takes. Well, there is the f2 square. Yeah, this should be okay for black, but I don't know the theory. I don't know theory. Knight e5. Knight e5, pawn e5. Queen d8, king d8. King e7, bishop somewhere. Actually, king e7 could be a mistake because it gives him bishop d5. Bishop e7. I don't know. I mean, black's active. Pawn takes. Queen takes d8. Knight takes d8. Knight takes e5. Knight takes e4. I guess that's the safer way to play it. Pawn takes e5. Queen d8. Knight d8. With the idea of knight takes e5. That doesn't work either. It has to be the first variation. What? the plan during the Catalan middle game? Well, white's generally, it depends on the position. I mean, there are different kind of positions in the Catalan. Yeah, I'd have to have a more specific example, but typically, you're relying on queenside play, and usually the long diagonal with the bishop on g2. So what's the deal here? h6. But I mean, there are other kind of positions in the Catalan. It depends. If it's an open Catalan where black takes on c4, I think that you're looking at queenside play with a long diagonal primarily, with the bishop on g2. If they play the closed Catalan, the play can still be on the queen side, but sometimes white will advance in the center, like e4 and then eventually e5, and actually in those Catalans the position gets more like, I would call it a King's Indian attack, because you're expanding and it looks like white's playing some kind of King's Indian attack where you played e4, e5. So it really depends if it's a closed Catalan or an open Catalan, and even then it's still like, it depends. G5 is kind of weakening for me, but playable. We have to recalibrate. G5 would weaken my it would weaken my king side somewhat. That's not a move to enter into lightly. On the other hand, he has knight f3. If I play bishop e7, knight f3, I can just take his pawn, but then he takes on e5 and he's hitting f7. It's a little dangerous for me. There's a possibility of bishop e6, which looks lame. g5 followed by knight d7. When bishop b5, bishop d5 is still a thing. I'm going to have to play f6. This involves a lot of weakening of my king side. Be a pawn down and never win it back. That's the Catalan. There are other lines, obviously, where you're gambiting a queenside pawn and have pressure on the open c file and stuff like that. Supposed Catalan. I have no idea if this is a variation. Now, obviously, king d6 is the idea. I mean, I personally don't like the way Arsenal fan played it, but it's kind of like a safe variation where he trades queens and he's equal. I don't think I made any mistakes. I mean, what other moves are there? Bishop c5, c3. I'm not going to castle allow d4. This is main line. Taking has to be bad. I mean, I find e4 way more interesting because I guess I didn't play it as much as d4. It all depends, what you've played more. I mean, is there something to be considered with rook a7? Probably not. Arsenal is basically super fast and minimal risk, it looks like. Massaging black with 0 risk. Playing for material gain. With bishop takes d7. That's fine. This is pretty much what I anticipated. It reminds me again of Exchange Kings Indian or something. Where is the knight going? Can support a4. There's also knight d4 sacrifice. Maneuver to c1. Position. Very balanced now. Could he run into trouble because his bishop is out of play? Yes. Yes, Your Honor, I believe he could. Could have played bishop g4 there. Then rook d5. Puppy land. It's like zombie land with puppies. Alright. Taking rapid challenges, I've got another challenge here from Dikohi. Is knight a4 a thing? I don't know. I mean, my knight ends up out of play, but with time down to b2. I don't really see that happening. I don't think that's going to happen. He can trade knights or that move. Now bishop g4 with more stuff. It's theoretically possible for him to get his bishop trapped, right? I was also thinking about bishop takes d5, but let's do rook d8. First game was a draw. 7 plus 5s take about 15 minutes to play, but I think it's much more valuable than wasting your time playing bullet or fast blitz. At least play like 5 minutes or 5 plus 3 or something like that if you want to gain anything. I still don't understand why grandmasters sit around playing bullet chess. Alright, let's do it. Unleash the beasts. This is going to sharpen up a bit. What was a boring game became pretty dynamic now. with a change in pawn structure. Very different to what it once was. The d5 pawn looks straight up problematic now. Quickly. I chose the wrong square for my rook. It would appear Dairy Queen, I mean, chess is hard. Then you die. What can we say? It's like, what I don't understand is, like, my opponents, every game, even when they're worse, they play faster than me. He's a tiny bit worse, and he still plays twice as fast as me. I guess what I'm getting at is, like, it doesn't seem to matter to them whether they're better or worse. They just keep playing fast either way. Thank God he can't play like king d3 and start walking his king in the middle. Both sides making minor mistakes in this game, I would say, but nothing tragic. Releasing tension, he'll probably play g4. My assumption would be that it's probably a draw again. And rook d3. He did not avail himself of the possibility of playing g4 there, which has got to be a mistake. To no avail. I guess he can still play g4. Of course, I have a reasonable position. I also have a5, a4, e4. e4 is kind of risky, but we gotta consider it. What does it do? What doesn't it do? Oh man. Did he have knight d2 there? No. Oh yeah, maybe. these weird hallucinations from time to time. Whoa. Unexpected variation. So I'm one pawn up in a rook ending. My favorite endgame. Rook endgames. Legendarily bad in rook endgames. Did he lose to rook f4 check? Yeah. Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee and the master of... Yeah, it might still be a draw. No, he was really okay. Even a pawn down, he's still hanging on here. I wasn't sure if he could go to rook a8, but apparently that's a mistake. So he just has to keep harassing me in this position. You know, you would think like black could possibly play for a win. Bijak, good morning. What I'm really curious about is this opening. Is this normal? It's funny, the engine likes bishop a7. Wow, what's that about? Not enough depth, I guess. So I don't know what the deal is with this exchange. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew that knight takes e5 was right. It seemed better. So this is all been played before. But it's not particularly good for white. Alright. Next game. Schumacher. I take the challenge from subscriber first. Guys, please subscribe and support the stream by doing so. Please subscribe. And I don't mean like the lichess, quote unquote, lichess subscribe. Don't know the political purpose of them calling it subscribe, but that's not what we mean by subscribe. Okay. How I have such a bad score again. You don't listen. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, all my viewers are like stubborn and never listen to me. Something about stubborn people who don't listen to me like are attracted to my stream for some reason. Or it's the simple fact that most people are stubborn and don't listen. You know, maybe that's the sad truth of the matter. I don't learn from my mistakes very well either. But I have a weakness, a secret weakness. Too much beer. Don't mix gaming and beer. Alright. As Alexander Ivanov said, once you start, you can't stop. That's the problem. I think there's a diminishing point of returns where if I drank 1 or 2 beers, I would probably play better. But yeah, that's the problem. Okay. After beer 5, 6, 7, then you're in trouble. Quality of play is going down into the basement. Or you're falling asleep under the desk, like Schumacher. So, we shall play chess. When drinking, not poker. No, we're not going to drink too much, period. Anyway, I'm going to take that challenge eventually, if no more subscribers show up. Freaking hot in here, man. Is it still 35 degrees like in Serbia? It's not quite that bad here now. We got down to 20 in the 20s, but oh, it's better. Okay. I don't know, for some reason my office is still hot. Don't wear a black t-shirt on hot days. I need more white t-shirts. Too many black t-shirts, which are fine for the winter time, but not so good for summer. I would be surprised if we haven't had this exact position at least once, perhaps even more than once. Rook A to D1. This is many openings. The queen's got accepted. Caro can Panaglyphinic attack. Could be a semi-Tarash. Nimzo, maybe not, because that could be like down a tempo. Okay, so knight d5 is interesting. I think I mentioned this. I had a similar game against Ildar Bragimov, Grandmaster, and an old friend of mine. And Ildar beat me pretty much the same position, like bishop takes d5 or something. I talk about this a lot. It's like when you get bishop takes d5 on the board, I always, with black, I want to like fall out of my chair, because you don't expect, you know, Larry Evans to trade a Cadillac for a Chevrolet, you know. Theme of the day. Why would one want to trade a Cadillac for a Chevrolet? Aren't all American cars equal? Bishop takes e7 isn't what I want. I don't want to trade pieces in a position where I have more space, and IQP particularly. Bishop c1. Not a ridiculous move, by the way. This retreat brought to you by Acerbate. So my problem is bishop takes d5, bishop takes g5. Bishop takes c6, bishop takes c6. Queen takes g5, queen takes g5, I have nothing. I don't know what bishop f6 does. Now I could definitely play bishop takes d5, but I guess bishop f6 is okay, actually. In actuality. Actuality is a word, right? My bishop's mission was accomplished. He moved out of the house and back into the shed at c1. Letting the rook get out of the shed to live in the house. Sacrificing himself for others. Actuality is a word depending on who you ask. Interesting. ChatGPT. Is actuality a word? The Oxford Dictionary. Alexa, order Domino's. Alexa, order 2 Domino's pepperoni pizzas. No exchanges. The vulture. The vultures are circling. What's a5 about? By the way, on the queen side, you were going to try to like skewer me with bishop a6. This is so pleasant for white. You have to pair the acer mate or acer mate, depending on your preference for pronunciation. Acer mate, acerbic. Assyrian. An acerbic Assyrian ascertained acerbates assertion. Just a matter of time till something blows up, right? There is one thing that I don't like. Actually, guys, don't forget to support the World Senior. Make me a Grandmaster. Help me on my path. Push me on my path to greatness. It's only like 25 degrees today, and it feels incredibly hot in my office. I guess it's the humidity. Is 70% humidity a lot? It's kind of a lot, right? $70 a lot. I don't know a good username. Rated is not happening. Please re-challenge the non-rated casual. Survivor. Wow, Survivor. And Fat President, who's played me for years now, on very rare occasions. Fat President first appeared on my stream like 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. And then they've been missing in action for a long time. Sorry, this feels like the best shot for white, but I'm afraid it's still not enough. Did I have a better move? Most likely. Okay, I have this. Brooklift. Brooklyn. Brooklyn, New York. This guy's not living up to his potential from C1. Go sit on the bench, little Johnny. Yeah, that's not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting at all. Oh my God. Oh my God, Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee. Tactics don't work. The tactics don't work here. I mean, there's knight f7, right? I mean, the classic breakthrough with d5. It's a good thing I have a bishop on c4. I feel like I'm just rolling the dice here. Mr. Coffee, you went to the Philadelphia Open, and I found it amusing. Dr. Chabris, National Master, was posting about his son's good result in the under 2100 section. Apparently, and then he has to mention in his post that he spoke to Max Dlugi. So I like how Hans and Max Dlugi are there. You know, the odd part is that like Dlugi was totally not involved. I mean, Dlugi stopped playing chess tournaments with the exception of like the New York Open. He almost never played. It's almost like Frankenstein's monster has reappeared or something because of Hans. I mean, I know he's active like with teaching at some school or something, but he would never play in tournaments. They should start like a Republican super PAC with Lev Albert. They would fit right in. Grifters. I don't know like Dlugi's political affiliation, but he would just fit right in. So I thought about this, you know, and I had not reached a conclusion. So take, check there. Bishop f1. I mean, you got a back rank Venus too, friend. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. So I can play rook d3 or g3. Or g4. Maybe g4 is better. And I'm winning, hopefully. The g3 is better not to block the queen. Maybe, probably rook d3 is my best move. I mean, Dlugi always had a bad reputation, but Seems like he's gotten a lot of mileage out of this Hans thing. It's kind of like Trump getting indicted. More scandal is just better for business. Right, Hans was playing in the International. Which honestly I find kind of weird. Because Hans has like unlimited financial resources. I mean, even during the pandemic, he was playing all over the world. There must be like 100 good tournaments if you have unlimited like travel resources. Why would you play in Philadelphia, you know? It's unbelievable that black equalized the material here. I guess you just want to have some time, some happy time with his mentor. I mean, if I'm a professional chess player, dude, I'm not hanging out in the United States. There's too many good tournaments. But that's the best you've got if you're stuck in the US. Definitely. But if I was rich, there's no way I would play in Philadelphia. There's lots of good tournaments all over the world, especially in the summertime. And there's no pandemic now. It's funny, like during the pandemic, Hans was everywhere. Now he's like playing in Philly. What a game. Another end game. With the tiniest of advantages. Why are my opponents so good? Uh-oh. Why do I have a phone call? Oh, shit! Yun po. Yo, my package. Whew. I totally forgot there was a Monday package delivery. It's cool, man. It's cool. Phew, I almost forgot. My phone was on vibrate and they tried to deliver a package on Friday and I missed it. I don't know what happens if I miss the second one. Probably send it back to wherever it came from. Are we there yet, donkey? Is he confused? I'm confused. Give me that. Oh, you want that too? It's kind of greedy, no? Wow, the perfect move with no time. He doesn't go the wrong way, even there. Impressive. That's not a perfect move. It's unbelievable. Can't believe he's screwing this up. Feels bad. I mean, it was a draw. Unbelievable game, man. I mean, you bullshitted me. You bullshitted me there. You were totally busted. I had mate in two. Oh my god. That's embarrassing. I knew there was some kind of fast one you pulled on me here. Yeah, no, I knew there was something fishy going on. But should I have played rook d3 instead here? Was that move okay? It's also winning. I mean, I feel like this would have been safer for me, you know? Of course, I'm dropping my c1 bishop there. I'm still totally winning. So position is normal. Yeah, I mean, but one thing I just want to mention that I think... Oh, I had knight takes c6. Seriously. Shouldn't you play this here? Wow. Lady 6 wins. a5 is a bad move, bro. I mean, a5 is definitely a bad move. Black played knight c to e7. And only lost because he was 2300. This is like Karpovian defensive scheme for black. Be right back. Alright guys, package. Sorry. Thank you for waiting for me here. Alright, we're back. Back and better than ever. It's 1 o'clock. Almost 1 o'clock. Usually they deliver early. Shocky subscriber. We lost our other subscriber, non-subscriber challenger. Hello. Yeah. Feeling solid? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. You're gonna play the 4 Knights variation again. Mr. Coffee, what happened? Oops. Oops, my telephone. Thank God I had it on vibrate. And it was close, because if it was further away, I wouldn't have heard it. Bishop E2. Look out! So isn't like this an idea? Wait, we'll play knight e5 or something? Okay, whatever. Do your worst. E5? E5. Sir Coffee, are you... Oh, oops, main and 2. Yeah, oops, main and 2. I don't understand the temperature around here. It's so hot in my room, but outside it's not that hot. Knight d4 is a weird idea. Not in this position. Oh, it is. It's possible. 26 degrees. 26 degrees going up to 28. Well, it's not cool, but it's not bad. Oh no. Your battery. Homie, your challenge like disappeared, so I couldn't play you. I can't play you if your challenges disappear. I can't control that. You know, my game finished and your challenge wasn't there. So, nothing we can do about that. But anyway, yeah, we'll try to play your challenge next. It's so hot. Can't open the windows because of street construction. It's always something wherever I am. The problem living in the city, if you live in the countryside, then you get lawnmowers and shit. The Hungarians are not that bad with the lawnmowers. Hazmat. Bishops are dangerous pieces. That's a theme. Yeah, I thought something was weird. Mr. Coffee dyslexic. He made me say hazma. It wasn't me, it was him. It was his fault. Which makes me think of hazmat suit. Hamza. Not correct, Mr. Coffee. Misstating people's names. Let's check the humidity. It must be really up. I mean, I don't know. Reminds me of South Jersey. We need central air, man. At least I have something, though. Anything, really, I'm spoiled now. A room air conditioner is something. Vroom vroom. I'm a bus. See details. The weather app is so accurate. No, humidity's at 43%. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Vroom vroom, I'm a bus. Yes. Here we go. Are we having fun yet? I've lived through a lot of Slavs. That's nice. That's so nice, but I'm not dead yet, you know. So obviously white is gearing up to castle queenside. So if you're interested in castling queenside, we're ready for you, bro. I have a surprise. It's been a long weekend. Mr. Coffee, what about you though? You got work today? Shame it's not a holiday. So now I'm gonna play up next few. I mean, I was gonna say to like move 11. For move 11, like who wants to improve and reach master, it's like, I know that in the back of his mind he wanted to have a chance to win a prize. But I mean, it's almost like poker tournaments. It's just like, there's certainly no guarantee you're going to win prizes, and maybe it would be better just to play up, since everyone plays up. He should just play in the open section, to be honest. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous to play in under 2100 section and play 1500s, you know? He said he played like a 1500 little girl who was 7 years old, and he was lost. He's 2000, and he's playing a 7-year-old who's rated 700, and he has a lost position. Managed to like trap a knight and win the game, and swindle her. But I mean, still, man. That's just not worth it. Hamza, no, I don't know, I don't really know any Turkish players except for Fede Master, who is in Sweden, and a couple of Turkish players I've played personally. And if they're under the age of 30, I definitely don't know them. Okay, bishop d2 is a very smart move. Threatening knight e4. Now we say queen a6. Please don't castle kingside, Mr. Shaki. Your teacher. Your last opponent. Oh my god. Okay, you know, the first problem, Mr. Coffee, is that like this is a problem everywhere, but like it's really, really big in the United States. Like the whole like exploding popularity of teaching chess to kids at the expense of totally ignoring chess for like adults. So it's just reached the point where adults like practically don't play. I mean, I've had this discussion a million times, but it's like a turn off, when like 90% of the opponents are little kids. It's okay to play a kid, but you don't want to play like a little kid every single round, I don't think like adults want to play in like rated chess tournaments anymore. Because chess isn't promoted for adults. Tournament chess isn't promoted for adults. It's worse in the United States than most places, I think. What would Ivan Farago do here? Rip. But even here in Hungary, the premise is basically the same. It's only little kids or pensioners, and that's it, you know. It's a pity. I mean, chess should be for everyone, not just little kids. So basically, every tournament turns into a scholastic tournament. And you wonder why I like the World Senior. I mean, like, dude, those tournaments in Philly in the 90s, the field was, like, totally mixed between, like, all different ages of players. If you went to the tournament you went to that you played in now, let's say a tournament like that 20 years ago, I would say that the breakdown was very balanced between, like, young kids, you know, juniors, middle-aged adults, and older people. You know, it was pretty balanced. But it looks like the only people who play in tournaments now are little kids. It's like even the older players that are retired practically, you know, been turned off, and it's just disheartening. I mean, I don't mind playing with kids, but I don't want to play in a scholastic tournament, you know. I never played in scholastic tournaments, even when I was a kid, except for the one time. When I told you guys I played in an unrated tournament. Once I played in New Jersey High School Closed Championship. And once I played in an unrated tournament for kids, for students, but that's it. I never competed on in scholastic chess. I always just played in adult tournaments, even when I was like 12. And I liked it better, you know, not just as an old man, but as a kid. It was more fun, you know, playing a mix of players. For me, it just seemed more natural. But there's just no reason why a 400 little kid should be playing in under, what was it, under 1500? That's just stupid, man. Yeah, don't even look at the ratings. You're probably right about that. Shucky is brutally coming after me here. Are we mated yet? You got 2 adults in one tournament. Wow, that's like a world record. I keep talking about the Zalakarosh Open 5 years ago, where every single opponent I played was like 20 or younger. I think there was actually one player who was like 30. Actually, I take it back. There was like one 30-ish player, and then everyone else was under 20. That's 9 rounds. And most of them were under 15. You know, I want chess to be accessible to everyone. But it's annoying when your like opponent's parents are dropping off their juice box at the board before the game. I really feel like an idiot, you know? Wait a second here. Looks scary for black. I've seen worse. Scary is relative. And mate is final. Castling is often a good idea. As some famous chess players said, castle early and often. Shaki likes to play like loose chess, which is cool because a lot of people are like, you know, real solid and boring. And Shaki's definitely not boring. What do we got for time? We got time for a couple more games. So, the guy who was like wanting to challenge me has left the list again. After I started another game, oh, there he is. He came back. All right. You've left the. How does this player Ruvik get in front? I guess this guy dropped off the list and he jumped in front. And he's challenging with black. You like black? Oh no, you made me black. You made me black. Aha, you're very tricky. It's not enough to be like, to play me. You have to be white too. Choose your color. That's dirty. Didn't even ask me. Oh, you wanted to try the Catalan. That's fine. Alright. H3 wasn't good. I assumed you might have had a good position. I know I'm really... I didn't feel confident in what was happening there in my game. Shocky. I haven't been playing the Caro-Kann much and I don't know it that well. So... Thank God White didn't play the Banus variation. Ribley attack. BT2, he doesn't seem phased at all. Instantly playing B takes C. We've had this a lot. I've gotten really good games with this position. I like black's position here very much. I had time for bishop e7, huh? Still feels passive for black, but I guess I'm okay. But what are you supposed to play instead of h3? Like knight d4 or something? Can you trade like bishop for bishop instead of trading bishop for knight? Knight g5 right away. Uh-huh. I think that the 4 knights variation is, or what's it called, the 2 knights variation? It's good. It's a good line. I've had good positions in this every single time I've played it. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't... Bishop e3 looks fine, looks normal, but this pawn is going to be pressurized. Pressurized. I just want to like turn the Tetris when I see this. I can't stop. It makes me think of Tetris. Knight d2. Should my knight be on a different square, maybe? Ah, I had this before. Uh-huh. This is a relatively new account. Must put pressure on the center. Percy Hepworth. Thank you. I now have the Tetris 8-bit theme going round and round in my head. Gotta love some Tetris themes. Better than a bad pop song. Just keep putting pressure on the center. That's what I say. Man. Now we must take. I had this with XL Poker, something similar. White's played real fluidly. Fluid and fearless. So we both have weak pawns. I would think the position would be relatively equal. But maybe, possibly black's better. That's kind of optimistic, you know. Why should I be better here? Realistically. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. We don't talk about the evil chess site. You didn't need to tell me that. That's the problem with online chess, is that site. I always hated them though. When they started, I hated it. It's not just now because they're successful that makes me hate them. I always hated it from the very, very get-go. I've been consistent all along in hating chess.com from the moment that was of its inception. Just want to go on record as saying that, you know. I would play on any other site rather than there. The problem is, you know, they sort of attract strong players to play there with money, and people think that's cool. Even if I have to live on the street, I wouldn't play on chess.com. So, if knight f6, white has e5 here. I guess I just don't know how to protect my e7 pawn. I guess this. You don't want to trade on d4 because it improves white's pieces for him, you know. So it's better to keep the tension. I'm a little bit, you know, worried about my bishop not being protected. I don't know, this time is Really, I stream at the worst possible time for the mornings. I know. What can I do though? Guys, if you'd like to take lessons or know someone is interested in lessons, I have some availabilities. Normally I don't. So, I do teach private lessons. It's my primary source of income. If anyone's interested, you can do the learn command, exclamation point learn. Contact me about lessons. Because seriously, I can go a year without, taking on any new people to do lessons. And this summer I have a couple of spots, so I'm normally not advertising for lessons. Rook on f to e1. White is played like perfectly. Just goes with the flow. Perfect flow. The only problem with white's position is really the c pawn and the misplaced knight on b3. But I have a bad pawn as well. And he does have a strong central pawn on e4. I mean, I think that gives us some weight, That gives his position some weight, some gravity. One of the things that I've learned by streaming full time, and I've learned a lot by talking and really discussing positions as I play, is really the importance of central pawns is so difficult to overemphasize. You really can't overemphasize it more. Power of the central pawns is just massive. Here, this just casts a shadow over the whole board. To the absolute beginner, it seems like no big deal. A pawn is a pawn, But now, if we approach an endgame, it's theoretically possible. It's theoretically possible my queenside majority could be favorable. Rook takes c4. There's nothing wrong with knight takes c4, I guess. Famous last words. If he wants to keep the queens on the board, that's okay. Anyway, he keeps the queens on the board. I don't want to trade and give him the 7th rank. But I could have played queen takes queen, rook takes c4, then white has f4. And my concern is that he gets control of the 7th rank, and it gives him some advantage. Pretty standard rating distribution. $1,900 FIDE. I wonder what the difference is between like FIDE and rapid ratings. In FIDE Rapid, I'm about 100 points lower than my lichess Rapid, but I think most people it's probably more. Interesting decision to play queen d4 and keep the queens on the board. I kind of doubt it's really beneficial for white. Ultimately. Maybe neutral. Aggressive. Aggressive to not trade queens. But I don't think like white should be afraid of the endgame. Position should be approximately equal. Because anything could happen. It's an imbalanced pawn structure. White has a queenside pawn, it could fall. Or it could advance and minority attack my queenside, creating a weakness that falls for me. His central pawns are strong. This central pawn is very strong. Possibility of f4, e5, but you know, at the same time he has to be careful. If he overextends and his 7th rank gets weak, he could be in trouble. What's really happening here? Rook d8, rook c4, rook d4, rook c8 check, bishop takes c8. I can play this, right? I like open files. Anyway, this is pointless. I don't have any pressure on that pawn. I might as well just forget attacking that. Focus on the queen side. Rook c4, rook d4, rook c8, bishop c8. And he takes d4. That doesn't work. He doesn't have any tactics. He just has to move his queen. Not a lot of squares though, huh? Could be a problem. But I still don't really think that black is necessarily better here. Did Astrobate fall asleep on us? He was here at the beginning of the stream. Our biggest supporter. 1 hour 50. Approaching the 2 hour mark. Probably gonna have to shut it down. Not too long after that. Again, not an optimal stream time for me. But we gotta say that the viewer numbers are down. And I don't know what's going on. It could be a combination of factors. Chess is less popular. Less people are going to Twitch. I suck. The time frame is bad. The point is I've got to stream when I'm not working, and this is usually pretty standard time for me. Guys, check out tomorrow night. By the way, we will be hosting a Tournament Tuesday. Tomorrow night, my weeknight streams are a little bit better attended. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Yeah, that night, you know. Knight is strangely inactive in this game. Which way did he go? I'm not going to block the D file. I don't know. There's this pin. Rookie game's my specialty again. Speciality. Could be better here. What? Wow. That's remarkable. No hesitation to go king h3, king h4 with white. You got to admit that's pretty pretty amazing. Now he hung a pawn. Wow. That was a really cool idea, but he had to play g4 first. I think he was holding all the way until he hung that pawn. It was a really smart idea. King h4 just needs to play g4 first. It may still not be that trivial, but with his king misplaced, I should be winning. Now it's misplaced. I mean, without the g-pawn, he had to play g4, of course, and the game was equal, I think. Wow. All right. Nice move there. That's a nice move you've got there. Here we go again. Another series of checks. King e6. What a fighter. Agree to follow or stay behind? Oh, rooking games are not my strength, but I got this. Alright guys, we reached the 2-hour point. I think that's it for today. That's it for this morning. I got 5 more challenges, but no time. One more game. Man, one more game. Learning chess. Is Learning Chess a subscriber? Is anyone a subscriber? Learning Chess is gone anyway. Alright, Survivor. I'm thirsty. Alright, I'm gonna push it one more game. I know I shouldn't. If he's not here, I'll take this challenge. Alright, last game, guys. Who's next? Fat President. Alright, last game. You snooze, you lose. Fat President's going up. 23-25 now. Snooze, lose. Red face palm. Another snoozer. Alright. You snooze, you lose. I faked those guys out by saying that was my last game. Sorry about that, but I decided to throw one more in there. Boingo, boingo. Alright. Bonga, bonga. Last game. Guys, tomorrow night we're going to host an arena. Sladgie Rapid Arena. Everyone plays A3. It's like a no-brainer. But it's probably not that great, you know, objectively. People just play too much bullet and rapid chess, like fast blitz, just... Weight's already up to 720, pre-moving. But A3 is not a great variation. I think I beat Eric Cook. National Master Eric Cook. Who played that against me. Played like a freaking maniac. I do have a tendency to play A4 too early sometimes in these sort of lines. I've had a tendency to do that. I don't know who Red Face Palm is, but clearly they move fast and frenzious. Too fast for this time control. It's not like bullet or 3+2. You should take your time. This time control is designed to try to find relatively strong moves and use your time. What I'm seeing is a lot of people who just they're just spitting out the moves as fast as they can. I don't think it's a good approach to this time control. (7-5) is like a compromise between blitz and rapid. A4. So A4 is human. Don't know. Rabbit Arena. We're uptime 2 hours and 3 minutes. Love it when they get me a package in the mail. Could be a bomb. We shall see. It's not ticking. This came from one of our subscribers, by the way. Just want to thank you. Masturbate sent me a bomb. No. It's not from Masturbate. But it is from one of the subscribers. Alright. Rookie 1. Palm face. Palma de Mallorca. Palma de Mallorca. You know what? I could have played bishop g4. Duh. That's not a bad move in this situation. Not a bad move. Played a few bogos in my life with white. And I think when you play positions that you play for both colors, you understand those positions better than anything. Not to say it's easy. Some debate about White's handling of this position, I would say. Look at the ratings, very, very normal distribution with kind of a low classical rating. And I would say that's what that is a product of playing too fast in classical. Or maybe even like aborting games and stuff. Learning chess is a subscriber. Kapow. Kablam. I remember watching the original like Batman on TV when I was a kid. It's always fun. Kaplooey. Kablooey. Kung Fooey. What's in the box? Maybe we'll have what are those streams like? Unboxing stream? We'll have an unboxing stream later. Tomorrow. Boxing Day. I'm liking this more and more. Mama says knock you out. I'm just thinking about Uber driver wasn't here for yesterday's simul stream. Did you guys hear this insane story? Masturbate, did you hear about that? Society is messed up, man. This lady, I'll call her a lady for lack of another word, maniac. Some woman who went to visit her boyfriend, apparently in El Paso, Texas, had to take an Uber after arriving in Texas to her boyfriend who was in El Paso, which is obviously very near to the Mexican border. She took an Uber and the driver was a Mexican American or Mexican national, I don't know, but a legitimate Uber driver He's only been driving an Uber for like 3 weeks. And this woman saw signs for Juarez, Mexico, which is like, you know, really close to the border. It's normal to see signs on the highway that say that. And she claimed that she thought she was going to be abducted and kidnapped and taken to Mexico. So what did she do? You know, naturally, she didn't ask him to like pull over or something. She shot him in the back of the head, and he died later after being taken to the hospital. Dude, that's seriously messed up. I mean, that is seriously messed up. Are you serious? You have to be like completely insane or on drugs to do something like that. You just ruined this guy's life, the life of his whole family, and your own for some like hallucination that you're being abducted and taken to Mexico. That's crazy, bro. Just saying, like, you know, the life of an Uber driver, the reason why I bring this up, the life of an Uber driver is pretty freaking scary, I would say, to put it mildly. I think the pay of Uber drivers just went up, man, after that incident. If it wasn't, she got off a flight and had a gun on her. I don't know, man. It didn't say. But that wouldn't surprise me, dude. It's freaking Texas. They're like disappointed if you don't have a gun on you. If you go through like, you know, airport security and you don't have a gun, they're like, alright, you need to come with me, sir. We've got to get you a gun. I don't want you getting on this flight without a gun. They like force you to have a gun in Texas, or you're like arrested if you don't have a gun. Where's your gun, sir? Boarding a flight without a gun? No, I don't know. Maybe she took a bus, man. You know, she probably took the bus from the East Coast to like El Paso or something. That's just insane. I just don't see how you can do that if you're not under the effects of some kind of like drugs, or B, mentally ill, you know? How can a rational person do that? They'd be like, no way. Bishop takes h3. You know, it's not like the guy is gonna like refuse if she says, okay, I don't like this, like let me out or something. You know? The world is a messed up place. But it just gets more and more messed up every day. Of course, no, I mean, you know, with social media and communications being as fast as they are, I mean, stories like this, things happen and you wouldn't see it in the news instantly, you know, in the past, but still, I mean, imagine poor Uber driver. Every time somebody gets in your Uber, did you hear the other thing that they're doing now? Somebody, or somebody's, plural, some bad actors figured out the idea to use bomb threats against major stores to try to extract money through blackmail. Someone's been like trying to blackmail stores like Kruger and Whole Foods, calling them up being like, there's a bomb in your store and I'm gonna blow it up if you don't send me like $5,000 in crypto. What a world we live in. I just blundered. I mean, I should have played bishop takes g2 and knight takes c4. I forgot his e4 pawn was loose. I'm too distracted talking about current events. Let's talk about puppies or some positive thing. It's all I read when I read the news. I don't think that crypto scam is gonna work, man. Maybe against a private person, you know. But first of all, like, these stores have insurance, and if you blow up their store, you know, I'm sure they're gonna be reimbursed. They're not gonna like send you crypto because you're threatening to blow up their store. That kind of thing would work better maybe against a private individual. It's like kidnapping their family member or something. It's just like, people are so stupid. But I also want to say thanks for, like, you know, destroying cryptocurrency with your dumb criminal blackmail. Soon there won't be any cryptocurrency. It just makes it more and more dubious, the more idiots that do this kind of stuff. Cyber espionage. White's a fighter. Oh, you have that move. Alright, I'm going to be taking a little vacation here. We're relocating. Time for relocation. That's called copycat. You're being a copycat. Move this king as well. Oh, good idea. I'll do that. Hey, moving the king, that's a good idea. Alright, I'm ready to play h5. Can you do that? Your rook pawn's not so... They're not so hot right now. I have b5. But it might have some ramifications for things like my king's safety. Yeah, really. Yeah, how did that come? You know, Mr. Coffee might know. He's an expert on cats. How did the expression copycats even get invented? It's a good question. Totally legit. The cats don't copy things. Yeah. That is pretty weird, I admit. The origin of copycat. I don't know, but it's a good name for like a copy printing place. There's gotta be a breakthrough. F5, it goes without saying, is just a little risky. I'm gonna recalibrate. Oh yes, rook h2. Not a major problem yet. Rook h2, queen g5. I know that's really difficult to come up with. Important that he can't sacrifice his knight on e5, obviously. Although there's always that move, which is pretty insane. Well, I guess we just shouldn't panic here. Maybe we should panic. We totally missed queen f6. Time to run away. It was nice seeing you. I'll be going now. He has rook h2 there? No. Sorry, I'm gonna have to... Damn, I missed queen f6 check. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna be heading over here now. Greedy, isn't he? He's kinda greedy, and I hung mate in one. Wow. Oh my god. Red face palm. I hung mate in one. I hung f6 and I hung mate in one. Damn, that's embarrassing. Good thing I stayed for the extra game. I don't understand learning chess. That's you? You're red facepalm? Knoll gamer. Knolls are like smaller versions of trolls. Knolls. Oh no, it says Gino L gamer. I thought it was Knoll gamer. This is ridiculous, man. Well, I could resign. And I lost, I got mated. He's minus 6.5, and I mated myself? It's really crazy. Well, even after queen f6, I'm totally winning. Even after king c8, I'm totally winning. Even after queen c6, I'm totally winning. I just have to not get mated in one. Oh my god. I was so focused on like the c7 pawn dropping with check that like I first of all missed that I could play like king b8, queen e8 check, king a7. And then secondly, you know, I didn't even see I could do this, for example, and just win with like knight b7 or something. I literally just hung mate in one. That's embarrassing. Good game. Oh well, that was entertaining. Rated unlimited standard. No, I gotta go. Yeah, it was wonderful. That was wonderful. I enjoyed that. Thanks for the mate in one. Yeah, very strong. I got a little distracted with the horror stories that I was telling. Anyway, I need more time alone now. I'll talk to you guys later.